Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I'm going to tell you my 7 photography tips advice for June 2024. But this month is a bit different. I realized that many people, when they want to buy some gear, whether for video, for photography, for accessories, whatever related to my channel, I would say, they don't know the steps to follow this. So I'm going to give you 7 tips to make the right purchase that correspond to what you need. So let's start. So first tip, you must define your needs. What do I need this gear for? Photography, videography, what situation, all this, weather, light, all the, how I'm going to use this gear. Whatever it is, maybe it's your first camera, maybe it's just a lens, maybe it's a tripod, whatever. How will I use the results? If you make pictures or video for social networks, for printing, for whatever, how will I use that? It's really important you define your needs, because you don't know, if you don't know what you want this gear for, then you could buy anything wrong. Okay, so that's the first step. If you're a beginner, it's the first camera you're going to buy. Many beginners tend to want to do everything with the camera. They want to do the kid birthday, they want to do a football match, they want to make a picture of an eagle that is flying at 1,000 meter high. No, forget this. You must try to limit the use and your needs to be the most objective possible. Otherwise, you're going to ruin yourself, because you will need many different lenses, different accessories, all that. So try, if you are a beginner, to be the most realistic as possible. So family pictures, travel pictures, few things. Okay, don't go mad with your needs. Okay, try to be objective as possible. Tip number 2, you must define your budget. Are you going to use this gear as your main gear all the time, or from time to time? If it's your only camera, obviously this is the one you're going to use, and it's the main one, okay? But if it's a lens, for example, a tripod, or any accessory, when will I use it? Always, or from time to time? Is it going to be the lens I will have on my camera all the time? Or this is like my second or third lens, and maybe I will use it, yeah, once a year, twice a year, once a month. So obviously the budget is different. If it's going to be the main gear, obviously you're going to try to have a budget as high as possible within your possibilities. And if it's something you're not going to use much, even if you can afford it, maybe you may look at something a bit cheaper. Maybe it's not as good quality, or the results are not that perfect, but it's more like a saver than a main tool. Okay, so then you may allow a budget that's a bit smaller. Okay, so you have to evaluate all this. How much money can you spend, and do you want to spend? Tip number 3, is there any brand you prefer, or several brands, or one brand? Oh yeah, I love Sony, or I love Nikon, or I love whatever. Okay, it's important. I don't know in what country you are. The first thing you must check if there is a technical service, a repair service in your country. That's really important, because nowadays with social networks we have information about anything, and sometimes you're in a country where you're watching YouTube and you see a great camera, you feel like you want it, but in your country it's hard to get, and if you get it, there is no technical service. So it's important. If there is a technical service, that's fine, you can keep it as an option. Yeah, I may buy this. If there is no technical service, do you travel to a country where they could repair the camera or the lens or whatever? Or do you have a family member that can travel? Because don't forget that you could think, oh, I can send it, but it will go through custom every time, and you will have to pay tax every time, and it may get lost. So if you don't travel, you don't know anyone that can travel, and there is no technical service in your country, then think of a different brand. That's really important, because otherwise you may have a broken camera and you don't know where to repair it, or it's too expensive to do it, just because there is no repair service in your area. Okay, really important. Tip number 4, advice number 4. Okay, you've seen what brand could be possible. Now check what model you're interested. This camera, or that one, or this lens, or whatever. Does it fit my needs? That's really important. It has to fit your needs, obviously. Then let's look at the budget. Does it fit within my budget? Yes. that's okay, or no, it's not okay. Okay? If it doesn't fit your budget, would you like or are you interested in buying secondhand? Maybe it's possible to buy secondhand. I'll leave you a video here that explains what you should take care when you buy secondhand, to be cautious on this. But it's possible. Many people save a lot of money buying secondhand. So if it doesn't fit your budget, check if you would like to buy secondhand or if it's available secondhand. Really important. So now you've made a pre-selection of gear that could be interesting and fit budget and needs. Now let's check the following points. You need to go to the brand website. Don't go anywhere else, no online shop, nothing. The brand website. And you look for the technical information, all the features, all the specifications. And then you need to analyze all of it. What is the frame rate? What is this? What is that? The size, this, that. Is it okay with my needs? When I read this, is it okay? Oh, there's a word here, I don't know what it is. Let's say electronic shutter. What is that? What is that for? Bring extra information somewhere else, or someone who can explain that this means that. This means you can do this or that. This means this or that. But it's important you analyze each technical specification of the product you may be interested in. Maybe you hesitate between 2 or 3. You have to decide which one will be okay for you, okay? So you need to have all this information. If you buy a cheap accessory, it doesn't really matter. But if you're going to spend 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 euros or dollars on a camera, you can spend a couple of days and save a lot of money avoiding mistakes, okay? So analyze all that. Once you've read all this, maybe you will drop one of the gear you had pre-selected, thinking, oh, looking at the specifications, no, this one is not for me. I need to do many pictures under the rain, and this is not weather sealed, for example, okay? Just an example. So now you've end up with a lot less things to be potential buys, okay? So now we go to point number 6. Here I am. Not just me, many other people. It's time to check for reviews. It can be on YouTube, it can be magazine, it can be blog, but it's important you check information, impressions, analyze, opinion, all this. But not just me, not just him, not just him, many people. Because there are different kind of reviews. Some will speak about sensations, about feeling. Oh, I love the camera because I love the texture, I love how it fits in my hand, all this. They're interesting. There are others that will speak about technical side of it. Oh, this can do this and that, but they will not speak about the feeling. So see, they complete each other. So it's good to check both. Some shops, online shops, also present cameras and gear. Normally they won't tell you the negative points, but they do show you really nicely the product. So this way you can really observe if you like the product, the way it looks, all this. That's important too. So as you can see, it's not just this one is good because it's technical, this one is no good because it's feelings or sensation. No, they all may help you to decide. And check several reviews within that type. Several of feelings, several of technical side, several of physical presentation. Although physical presentation, once you've seen it once, that's it. But the first two are important. And then listen to what they say or read what they say and make a list of pros and cons. What is in favor, what is against this product, and compare with other reviewers to see if they say the same thing or they say different. If you have only 2 and they say completely different, check for a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th one to see if what looks more appropriate or more logical, okay? So once you've done all this, now you can take the decision about what is the gear that corresponds to your needs and to your budget. And this is the one you may buy, okay? But before getting to this point, you are at risk of getting the wrong thing. Even doing the right steps, sometimes you make a mistake. So imagine if you don't take these steps. So now we arrive to advice number 7. First, if you see some people tell, buy this, the best gear, buy this brand, that's the best brand, buy Sony, only Sony is good, buy Nikon, only Nikon is good, and so on. Rush away. Avoid them. These persons are not objective because there are no better brands than others. There are better brands or better cameras for something or for someone. Within any brand, there is a camera that corresponds to your needs. within any brand, there is a camera that doesn't correspond to your needs. So it's not a matter of better or not, but better for what and better for who. Sometimes I said, for me, this is the best reflex camera year 2022, for example. But for me, but maybe you do something completely different. So if you do something completely different, that camera is best for me, but not for you. So that's really important. Try to find people that are objective as possible. That's really important. Don't forget, if there was a better camera, the best camera on earth, do you think that professional, obviously the one that can afford it, if it's expensive, would not have all the same camera? But they don't. Why don't they have all the same camera? If I'm going to earn money with my camera, don't you think I would always try to buy the best tool if it existed, because to make sure that I make money? And we will all have the same, exactly the same camera, the same gear, but we all have different cameras. Why? Because there is no such universal best camera. There are a better camera for you or for me or for him, but it's not necessarily the same camera. Okay, so don't forget that. When people ask me, what's the best camera for sport photography? Well, it depends what sport, depends how you want to do it, depends on the situation. It's not the same thing, a stadium that is properly lit, than a small place that is really dark, a local place with no light, and it's different. Okay, so don't forget that. That's important. There is not such thing as the best camera. It's best for something and for someone. That's simple. Second, try, when you speak to friends, take care with that. First, some people, friend can be a virtual friend on Facebook and things like this, but first, for many people, it's really hard to accept that they bought the wrong gear, or the gear they have is not as good as they thought. So very often, you see what they have, but they don't tell you the dark side or the problems, okay? So it's a bit problematic because it's hard for them to be objective. Second, there are some people, they will be enthusiastic about their camera, recommend their camera, but same thing. The camera is really good, but it's good for them, not for you. So take care. Maybe you don't want to do the same thing as they do, so what's good for them is not good for you. And third, some people, they don't have the camera they recommend. They say, oh, buy this, this is incredible, that's the best. No, that's the best. This is their wish list. This is what they would like to have. So as they cannot have it, they recommend you have it. But same thing, it doesn't mean this camera is good for you. They think it would be really good for them. But then they apply their wish list to you. And you're a different person with different needs and different budget. So be really aware of friends. Obviously, they normally all have good intention towards you. Simply, they're not objective because, well, they don't understand that they have to analyze your needs and your budget to advise you properly. Okay? And the last point, don't forget that the video you make or the pictures you make, the photos you make are made by you, not by the camera. So if you look at pictures of made by a camera, so lens is a bit different, but cameras, it doesn't mean you will be able to make the same pictures, okay? Because you make them. Obviously, the gear helps. If I want to do sport fast action photography, if I pick a camera that makes 2 frames per second, it's less likely I get the great picture I want than if I've got a camera that makes 30 frames per second. Because of 30 frames, I pick this one, and that's it. I have it, okay? I'm more likely to get the right picture, okay? And things like this, obviously that helps. Or if I want to do 4K video and my camera doesn't, obviously there's no solution, even if I'm a good photographer or good videographer, obviously, okay? So, but don't forget that the person that really makes a good result is, well, the responsible of the good result is the person behind the camera, not the camera itself. So I hope these 7 pieces of advice will help you choose better your gear and avoid spending money in the wrong way or in the wrong gear. So thank you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the small button down here, and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you a list of affiliated links of my gear on Amazon. Also links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, Flashes by Westcott. More affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.